Greetings, good people. This is Soids Explain Stuff, and today we're going to go over my replacement of a three-way switch on my electric guitar. Here is the pictures of the old switch, which was very nicely soldered and put together, but the switch itself became bent, so you'd put it one way, it wouldn't work. And I lived with it for a while because it's humbucker, so I can do a lot with just one humbucker. Oh, and the video is very terrible. I thought this camera would zoom in automatically, but it didn't. So most of my work I tried zooming in on, and it just pixelates out. So here I am going to get the area ready to do my work. I'm going to desolder and solder on a new switch. So I got this cloth. I need to protect the body, obviously beautiful mahogany body there, with a great paint job. So I did put a slit in the rag, just enough to get the switch through. And here I'm trying to get as much slack on the wire. I'm going to put the cloth deep as far down into the hole as I can, and then use some duct tape to keep the clippings and stuff from falling into the hole. So here I use the strings to hold the cloth in place, so while my hands move around, it doesn't slip out of the way. Now I'm trying to, there's a ground wire that's very, very thick and had a ton of solder on it. So here I'm trying to get the solder out of that wire. It's sort of a mesh, like it wraps around the wires as it comes through the body, and then where the wires come out, you take the mesh and sort of bring it into a point. So that had captured a lot of solder from the original job. So here I'm trying to get the solder hot and suck it out with the solder sucker to a middling level of success. And then I just grab it and start pulling on it. So let's see here. What else before we go any further? I think that's it. So this switch you saw in the earlier photos, the ground wire was soldered to the side of the switch to ground it. The new one has its own little pole piece to solder it to. Here I'm just taking off the old wires. So I held it with a tweezer and pulled on it until it slipped out. And then right, so the new switch has a fourth pole where you can attach the ground. So the one problem here is the wires are very short. I don't have a lot of wire to work with. And I've taken off the pickup and taken off the back. Here's the new switch. And tried to get as much slack in the wire as I can, so I don't have much to work with. So that's why I had to cover up the guitar, get everything close. There you can see the one outside is the ground and the three poles in the middle. So that is the target switch. Now so the ground wire gave me the most trouble, is really where I spent most of my time trying to get it together. Here I'm just cleaning up the wires. They had quite a bit of wear and tear, so I'm just trying to get as much the same amount of exposed wire on each of the three, black, green, and yellow. Black, red, and yellow, thank you. And just like that, just trying to and then I seating each one in its pole, because there's a little hole at the end of the pole you can slide the wire through, and then just bend the wire around the top of it. And now I'm dropping the solder on there to, and again, a relative level of success. This is my first time ever doing soldering. I think I tried to do soldering once before on the old switch, so I guess that was the first time, but this is the first time where it actually makes a difference. And that is me cleaning up. That's me getting them in position. More positioning. Every time you touch it, the wires move, and so I'm trying to each time I have to go back and redo what I already did. I guess this is all a learning process. Now, what is our next level? Is the ground. The multimeter. Yeah, everyone loves this part. So here I am just got the 3 wires connected without the ground, and I want to make sure the connection works. So you can barely see because of my hand and I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. You can see that I'm using the 3-way toggle switch that's series, parallel, and bass boost. And then the 3-way switch that's on camera is bridge, both, and neck pickups. So all the connections are working, so that was a very good sign. I was very happy about that. But then I get into trying to connect the ground. This is a very difficult part, and that's again prepping with it and trying to get it connected. And I think while I was doing this, one of the other wires came loose, so I had to resolder that again. And then I went back to it, and it was just a roundabout. Oh, that's right. I was trying to get the ground wire into a point. All right, people, we're back with a little better mic setup now. So what we got here is I find out that the ground wire, when I'm putting the selector back into the guitar body, the ground wire is touching the 3 other wires and shorting out the guitar completely. So while it was still in my arms, I kind of looked it over and trying to figure out what was the best way to handle it. But I was pretty frustrated at this point, so I knew I had some spare chips of wood around. So I knew wood doesn't conduct electricity, and here you see me cutting up a little piece of wood to stick between the ground wire and the other wires. So I guess you consider that a hack? Is that what they mean when you hack something? I guess so. So this actually worked perfectly. Once I put it in there, here I'm testing the multimeter just again before I lock it all down. And what do you know? Now it's works perfectly. You got some pretty good tones out of it. So I guess I couldn't call it a victory, but I'm very happy to have my guitar fully functioning. And so I kept in this little clip so you could just see the body wood, because I think it's just a gorgeous guitar, and happy to have it back up and running. Thanks for your time.